Attorney Demani. I'm with the East Providence Conservation Commission. We're leading this hike now. I think this is our third or fourth year we've been doing this one. We might cut it a little short this year, depending on what happens here. We got rain to the north and rain to the south, but looks like a little lull to the west. I personally will continue the entire hike in the rain. However, if there's thunder, I'm going to turn you guys around. Don't want to keep anybody out there during a thunderstorm by the water. We're going to start here, obviously. We're going to go through Boyden Heights. We'll stop off at a dock to our first cove, and then we're going to get on the bike path. We're going to go down 3/4, maybe a mile along the bike path to the other two coves. I ask that you all stay on the left side of the bike path. Let's walk on the left, ride on the right. Do keep an eye out for bicycles because they tend to come right to you if you don't move. Any questions? No questions? Come on. Anybody, give me a question. Come up, make us something up. Wayne, we good?
Yes, we're good.
Think we're gonna be dry or?
No.
No? Okay.
He's got his raincoat.
Wayne's also on the Conservation Commission. He's a former weatherman, so we do have a, all right. Who wants to lead? All right, let's do this before it rains.
The camera is missing in action.
So this is the first of the 3 coves we'll be visiting. We really had no idea what the name of this cove was for a long time until we found an old map from the 1800s which called it Windsor Cove, so we kind of go with that. We have swans and egrets that tend to nest around the corner there. I don't know if there's anybody out there now. Obviously mallards and other ducks as well. Across the way there you see a large structure that was built in 1900. That's the Squantum Club. The original building was built in 1873. Presidents Taft and President Arthur have visited that. Not that particular building, the building before. There you go. Private club, mostly used for weddings now. Boyden Heights, obviously. Crescent Park, which still has a carousel down the street. Hunts Mills, which is another hike I'll be leading tomorrow at 1:30 if we don't get thunderstorms. And Vanity Fair, which is next door to this one, which is where the golf course is across from the Dunkin' Donuts, for Rhode Island references. They were all in operation at the same time in the late 1800s to the early 1900s. Any questions thus far? Everybody good? Move on.
A quick note in the amusement park. The park had what looks like about 6 to 8 buildings, of which the northernmost building is right about where our parking lot was. It was a dance hall. There was also a roller coaster, which was sort of, it looked like a little train ride, but it had quite a sophisticated building and entrance to it. And there is one building that remains from the old amusement park. It was the bandstand, and it's now a house on Sunnyside Avenue. So if you were to continue on Boyden Boulevard, it turns into Sunnyside Avenue, and there's an octagon-shaped house there, and that was the bandstand from the Boyden Heights Amusement Park, and that's the only building that remains.
So the amusement park was up the hill then?
Yes, it was.
Okay, but not down here?
It was not down here,
Okay.
no.
This land remained pretty much the way it is now?
Probably. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. We don't have really any pictures that show what this part of it looked like, but it was probably wooded. And there was a train platform right about where that group of trees was that was associated with the amusement park when the train came by here.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had a dock on the side over near that.
Right, there was actually a
There was a
walkway
dock you could
to
go
that
up.
island,
Yeah.
which was an island at the time.
Okay. So people would come down on the train,
Hmm?
go to the amusement park?
Right, and there
Okay.
was also an entrance on what is now, we think, Aberdeen Road, which is a block north of Boyden Boulevard, that we have pictures of.
Okay. So when you lived in Providence, this is the place to go on a hot summer day.
This area,
Yeah.
there were 4 different amusement parks, as Ernie said, and
So-
this was
Pre-air conditioning.
Yes.
This is about as cool as you can get.
right, close by at least, right.
Okay.
And find out which ones came out the best, and then I'll upload them to.
Here is the entrance to the Squantum Association, which is a private club. The Bake House, which is the brick building over there, is commonly used for various functions, weddings, etc. Very nice facility. I've never been into the club itself, and not many people have, unless they're directors.
So we've got 2 swans, looks like a heron sitting on top of the rock out there, and a hawk just went by us. There is a new trail being built between here and Squantum Woods, which next year we'll probably add to this hike. It's not technically finished. You can get through there. Still a lot of graffiti on that wall that is not too savory, so I'm not going to bring you guys through there until they finish that. That development's still under construction. Used to be a lighthouse on that years and years ago. Got washed away by the 38 hurricane. They never rebuilt it. They put a beacon there instead.
What's the building up to the right?
That's the new University Orthopedics building. Broke my ankle 5 years ago. There's going to be another pathway that leads up. For you locals who like using this bike path, there's a new parking lot right here. Nobody knows about it yet. Look at Cove. It's the largest of the coves along East Providence shoreline. We do have some, can't tell what they are, but we do have some birds over there on the rocks. That's Vets Parkway crossing the cove. Waterview Villa nursing home way in the back over there for a reference point. Over here you get your first glimpse of the city of Providence. And the Highway Bridge. So basically the rest of the walk is back to where we came from and back up the hill. So if you guys want to run, feel free. You want to jog, feel free. I don't do either anymore. I don't even run from cops anymore. But, all right, here we go. I call a raindrop.
Alright, so we're going through the woods now.
Let's get some. Anybody's interested? I'm doing another walk tomorrow at Hunts Mills, weather permitting. I also lead hikes for the Blackstone Heritage Corridor. If you want to check out their page, it's bhc.org. I do a hike once a month for them. I run a hiking website called Trails and Walks Around. Feel free to look that up if you guys want to get out on your own. Try and find every trail in Rhode Island, so there's quite a few on that list. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.